It's the NFL on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the AFC South. It's the Jags and the Texans, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a young man, probably with some butterflies here. A lot of anticipation, making his first NFL start.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book. He's an asset to have in any offense.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. There you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Touchdown! Odell Beckham from 10 yards out. And the Texans are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
An extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
From the 24, Lawrence. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. ETN up the middle. Now somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down at the 27. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
He completes it to Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Straight ahead, ETN. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now ETN to start the drive. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. From midfield now, Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Lawrence will throw. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd down, Lawrence. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw ran him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 28 yards. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And that makes the score 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now out comes Houston. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He had the touchdown earlier. The red challenge flag making an appearance. Doug Peterson not liking what he saw there. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his this one. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
Here's Pierce is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this off to Etienne. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's what. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. Touchdown, Texans! Brandin Jordan, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Petrie picking up the sack on a safety blitz. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On play action, Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Texans will take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Here we go. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. That'll give them 8 that time. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. Down to about the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 40-yard line. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Back to throw here. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Going for it with Pierce. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They're going to look to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. They'll set up to throw. Going right back to Wilson. And they'll get this down to the 10. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It is fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now in Houston. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Lawrence going to throw again. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Lawrence. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
He's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. The fullback dive held up short. And this Texans defense stands tall. Their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. Why not a second?
Ready, break.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 78 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Give to Pierce now on the option.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That one goes for 8 yards.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 then for the Texans. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll go right back to Pierce. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Crossing the field, Beckham makes a catch. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. And they take a knee. Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Texans, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.